All right, we'll welcome everyone to the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, the Board of Trustees. Today is Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. Time now is 3:37 p.m. and it is our honor to convene the Board of Trustees here in Keauhou, Kona, the 2025 Office Association of Hawaiian Civic Clubs Convention at the Outrigger Kona Resort and Spa. Lehua, please call the roll.
Trustee Ahuna.
Yo.
Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria.
Yo.
Trustee Lindsay.
Here.
Trustee Souza. Trustee Waihe'e.
Present.
Chair Kahele.
Present.
You have 6 trustees present. You have quorum.
Okay, mahalo. And we also, again, want to welcome everyone to the very first convening of the Board of Trustees of the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, held in conjunction with the Association of Hawaiian Civic Clubs convention. And we look forward to hopefully setting a new standard for future Civic Club conventions. And the chair also wants to mahalo our hardworking staff that have made this possible. For those in the audience, mahalo. It takes a lot of effort and on team of about 20 to 30 people to do what you see here and to put this event on. And so I want to mahalo everyone who has participated in making this a tremendous success. This meeting can be viewed via live stream on OHA's website at www.oha.org/livestream. We have several items of final business, which are going to be with the Committee on Budget and Finance. But before we jump there, I'd like to take, since we have our trustees here and we have quorum, and we have Trustee Alapa now, with unanimous consent, I'd like to take action item BOT 2512 out of order. That is item B. It's the last item on the agenda. This is a discussion and board action on approval of a limited meeting pursuant to HRS 92.3.1 at the Pohakuloa training area here on Hawaii Island. Just for some context for trustees and for our audience, the Board of Trustees is going to be spending the majority of next week here on Hawaii Island. We start on Monday in Kona. We end up on Tuesday in Waimea, Hilo on Wednesday, and then Thursday, the Board of Trustees convenes again at Kahakaula o Kealikulani College of Hawaiian Language in Hilo. On Wednesday, the board is going to Pohakuloa to do the due diligence that this board needs to do as it relates to the military land leases, which is a major issue on this island and in the state. So some of our trustees have never been to Pohakuloa or driven to the front gate. And so we are appreciative of the U.S. Army Garrison Hawaii and the Pohakuloa base commander to welcome the OHA Board of Trustees as we do our due diligence on this very, very important issue. But because it is a military base and because it is a restricted area, we are unable to bring the general public with us. And part of the state sunshine law that the OHA Board of Trustees is required to adhere to is that we make our meetings and any convenings of the trustees as transparent as possible, and any member of the public can come to a site visit with us if they would want to. But unfortunately, Pohakuloa is not that case. And so we are allowed to have a limited meeting pursuant to HRS 92.3.1. The Office of Information Practices is a state agency that we work with on this. And there is a mechanism for the board to convene on a site visit to Pohakuloa, but restricted only to the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, Board of Trustees, and staff. And so we need to have a supermajority, a 2/3 vote, to adopt action item BOT 2512, and that will allow the board to spend a few hours at Pohakuloa next Wednesday. We have Everett Ota here, our general counsel, who helped put this AI together. Everett, anything information you'd like to provide for the board on this particular adoption of this request?
Nothing further to add at this time, Chair, but I'm available for questions.
Okay, trustees, do we have any questions regarding this? No. Okay.
Who
Trustee
is
Akaka.
who is Keauhou?
Oh, that's our new attorney, our new legal counsel. Yeah. As a new member of the OHA Ohana and part of Everett's team and I think this might be his first AI that he helped draft and put his signature on. Is that correct? That's correct. Okay, that's Keauhou. Great question. We have a lot of new faces at OHA. Yes, he was recognized in person. Yeah, and he introduced himself to us. So, trustees, do we have any discussion on this action item? Members of the public, do you have any comments on this action item? Okay, hearing none.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Vice Chair Souza. Roll call vote.
Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka. Trustee ʻāina is excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galutaria. Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Okay,
Motion
thank you. So at this time, what we'll do is we'll go back to item number 2, which is new business. At the top, Committee on Budget and Finance. We will go through the approvals of the items on our agenda, but the majority of which being many of the Ho'oko'a sponsorships that we have. And then we will go to community concerns and celebrations. And so at this time, the chair would like to recognize the chair of the Budget and Finance Committee, Chair Waihe'e, for the first action item.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, as your Committee on Budget and Finance has met on October 29, 2025 and engaged in full and free discussion, I'd like to move to approve the implementation of OHA's Kūlana ʻāina program for mahi'ai food systems and culinary business and workforce development as required by the fiscal year FY 2026 and 2027 Biennium budget, and to authorize the release of FY 2026 funds totaling $470,000 for program execution as amended to reflect budget and finance committee discussion and motion adopted on October 1st, 2025. Release of FY 2027 funds shall be subject to further board action following review of FY 2026 outcomes, procurement compliance, and adherence to proviso language.
Trustees, any discussion on this action item for final adoption? If not, the chair has just some comments. First of all, for our audience, these action items that are brought before the board passes a budget, which we did just before the biennium. And we funded that budget to the tune of over $60 million in each biennium. And there are many programs that we put money towards. And some have proviso language, some have some scoping for the staff. But at the end of the day, it's the staff that have to take what the board passed and turn that into an action item and turn that into a real product that we are going to invest in our community. And so I want to recognize the Director of Economic and Business Resilience. That's Pony Askew. If you can stand, Pony. For working hard on this Kūlana ʻāina program. And I want to mahalo you for working together with the trustees on putting this together and being open to changes and suggestions and bringing this final product before the board that we can adopt and then empower you to take this into community and train the next generation of culinary artisans and agricultural incubators and farmers and all the things that we want to do to support our native Hawaiian lahui. So thank you, Pony, for your hard work on this. Trustees, any other discussion on this? All right, roll call vote.
There are no testifiers. Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka. Trustee ʻāina is excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galutaria. Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Souza. Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Okay, Trustee Wahe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move to approve and to authorize FY 2026 sponsorship funding to Ka Molokai Makahiki Inc. for the Molokai Makahiki 2026 event on January 22nd through 24th, 2026 in the amount of $11,250.
Trustees, discussion? Okay, before we vote on this, for those in the audience that are here, OHA's Hoʻakoʻakoʻa Lahui sponsorship program dedicates almost $1 million over the course of a biennium to our community partners and nonprofits and events that touch every aspect of our Lahui. This event, the Association of Hawaiian Civic Clubs Convention, is a Hoʻakoʻakoʻa Legacy recipient. And so through our program, which is on our website, oha.org, you can apply for an event sponsorship, and it's everything from the Merry Monarch to canoe races to you name it, keiki hula. OHA puts a tremendous amount of your and our beneficiary resources into these events that touch the lives of so many of our Lahui. And that's what you're going to see over the next 10 action items. These are event sponsorships that have come before the Budget and Finance Committee. They've been vetted by our staff. They've been ranked and scored, and an appropriate allocation has been allocated toward it. And now it's coming before the board for final approval. I will say that we have short staff, and the way the program is built is currently right now, if you have an event that is happening in the spring or almost touching early summer, now is the time to apply for that. So as an example, Merry Monarch, which is going to happen in April, although that is a legacy sponsor. So that amount is set for Merry Monarch Hula Festival in Antiluana. But if you want to apply and your event is in April, now is the time to apply. And many of our beneficiaries have found the window to be closed because they've applied too late. And so please visit oha.org and that particular sponsorship page. And that's our Hoʻakoʻakoʻa Lahui event sponsors. And you can apply for up to $15,000 for an event. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Roll call vote. Let's get
We
this
have no
passed.
testifiers for this item. Trustee Ahuna. Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina. Oh, Trustee Akina is excused. Kalamai. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria. Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Souza. Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Trustee Wahe.
And Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move to approve and authorize FY 2026 sponsorship funding to Ulu'a'e Learning Center for the 2026 Makahiki Ma Kapolei event on January 31st, 2026 in the amount of $5,500.
Any public testimony?
No.
Trustees
No.
discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Ahuna. Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria. Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
And Chair Kahele. You have 8 yes votes.
Trustee Wahe.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move to approve and authorize FY 2026 sponsorship funding to the Kohala Center, Inc. for the 2026 La Kalo event on January 31st, 2026 in the amount of $11,250.
Any public testimony?
No public testimony.
Trustees discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka.
Aye.
Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa.
Yes.
Trustee Galuteria.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay.
Aye.
Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
And Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Trustee Wahe.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move to approve and authorize FY 2026 sponsorship funding to Family Promise of Hawaii for the 2026 Brighter Futures Gala event on February 12th, 2026 in the amount of $10,000.
Any public testimony?
No public testimony.
Trustees discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka.
Aye.
Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay.
Aye.
Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Chair Wahe.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move to approve and authorize FY 2026 sponsorship funding to Pacific Well Foundation for the 2026 Malamaʻi na Kohola event on February 14th, 2026 in the amount of $7,000.
Public testimony?
No one has signed up.
Trustees, any discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka.
Aye.
Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria. Trustee Lindsay.
Aye.
Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Chair Wahe.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move to approve
Can, if you like.
and authorize FY 2026 sponsorship. Funding
You can.
funding to,
You want me to say?
wait, funding to Hui Makua o Kauai Inc. for the 2026 Holo o no Olelo 5K event on February 22nd, 2026 in the amount of $10,000.
Public testimony?
No one has signed up.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka.
Aye.
Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa.
Yes.
Trustee Galuteria.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes,
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Chair Wahe.
Mr. Chairman. Oh, and you wanna,
Okay, I get it.
So, Vice Chair Ahuna, we're on action item BF 2592.
Action item BF 2592, approval of OHA funding for Hoakoa Lahui event sponsorship to Nurture Cultivate Incorporated for the second annual Panina Makahiki event on February 28, 2026 in the amount of $15,000, October 15, 2025.
Any discussion?
one
Public
has
testimony?
No one has
Roll
signed
call.
up. Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa.
Yes.
Trustee Galuteria.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay.
Aye.
Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
yes,
And Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Vice Chair Ahuna.
Chair, action item BF 25-93, approval of OHA funding for a Hoakoa Lahui event sponsorship to Friends of King Kamuali'i for the 2026 Honoring Ancestors and Planting the Future event on March 6 through 21, 2026 in the amount of $14,400, October 15, 2025.
Any discussion? Public testimony?
No one has signed up.
Roll call.
Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay.
Aye.
Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
yes,
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Vice Chair Ahuna.
Action item BF 25-94, approval of OHA funding for a Hoakoa Lahui event sponsorship to Ho'olehua Homesteaders Association for the 2026 Prince Kuhil de Ho'olaulea and Play Keauhou o Kalahui, the life of Prince Jonah Kuhil Kalaniana Ole event on March 14, 2026 in the amount of $5,000, October 15, 2025.
Public testimony?
There is no one signed up.
Trustees, any discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka.
Aye.
Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
yes,
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Vice Chair Ahuna.
Action item BF 25-95, approval of OHA funding for a Hoakoa Lahui event sponsorship to Waianae Coast Community Foundation for the 7th annual Prince Jonah Kuhio Kalaniana Ole Festival event on March 21st, 2026 in the amount of $15,000.
Public testimony?
No one has signed up.
Trustees, discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka.
Aye.
Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa.
Yes.
Trustee Galuteria.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay.
Aye.
Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
yes,
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Vice Chair Ahuna.
Action item BF 25-96, approval to add and incorporate the new federally funded Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, Brownfields Assessment Grant into the FY26, FY27 OHA Biennium budget as described in EPA Cooperative Agreement number 4B-97T4060, awarded to OHA in June 2025.
Any public testimony?
There's no one signed up.
Trustees, any discussion? This item was brought before us with our Director of Land, Lori Walker. No discussion. We'll do a roll call vote.
Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Vice Chair Ahuna.
Action item BF 25-98, approve awarding of OHA's grant funding to EALA to support the administration of the Na'elele Congressional Fellows Program in the amount of $210,000 from FY 2026 budget line item 7674 and $210,000 FY 2027 budget line item 7781.
Any public testimony?
There is no one signed up.
Trustee, any discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Vice Chair Souza.
I'd like to amend the action item.
Vice Chair Souza, what is your amendment?
To change the name of Na'elele Congressional Fellows Program to the Na'elele o Kahikina Congressional Fellows Program.
Trustees, any discussion on the amendment to change the name of this proposed Congressional Fellows Program to the Na'elele o Kahikina Congressional Fellows Program? Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Ahuna.
Aye.
Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Okay, the amendment is adopted. Vice Chair Ahuna, can you please reread action item BF 2598 for final adoption?
It's back in the original. Okay. Action item BF 25-98, approve awarding of OHA grant funding to the LA to support the, oh, sorry. I need that. No, yeah, I can't see that far. Okay, the amendment, to change the name of.
I'll be done.
I'm okay with
Oh,
that.
I see. Sorry. Sorry, just, no, automatic AI. Okay, to change the name to Na'elele o Kahikina Congressional Fellows Program.
So we adopted that, Vice Chair Ahuna.
Yeah.
Now you read the action item as
The
originally
original.
proposed, but
With
you,
this.
with the new name.
Okay, approve awarding of OHA grant funding to Na'elele o Kahikina.
Yeah.
Hold on. Chair Emeritum, you like work with the Vice Chair?
You don't need to. Read it over.
Change the name. Okay. Oh my God. Approve awarding of OHA grant funding to EALA to support administration of the Na'elele o Kahikina Congressional Fellows Program in the amount of $210,000 from FY 2026 budget line item 7674 and $210,000 FY 2027 budget line item 7781.
Public comment? Roll call.
Trustee Ahuna.
Sorry.
Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Souza.
Aye.
Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
And Chair Kahele.
Aye.
You have 8 yes votes.
Okay, thank you, board members. We are now going to item 3 on the agenda, which is community concerns. And so for those of you that have signed up to address the Board of Trustees, you are welcome to do so at this time. We're going to start with the first testifier that is signed up. And just as a reminder, you have 5 minutes to address the board, and we have a timer, which we usually have. But we'll let you know. Is the timer going to be on the screen for them to see? Okay, great. All right, let's bring up our first testifier.
Our first testifier is Malama Solomon.
Yeah, mahalo nui. I just wanted to share, it's really a hoike that I have a resolution because we were very fortunate to be able to have a workshop on geothermal energy, here for the Hawaiian Civic Club Convention. And the reason why I wanted to share this resolution with you folks is because in 2011, that we had passed a resolution, in support of geothermal energy through the Hawaiian Civic Clubs. And this is what had inspired, my involvement in VICA and to kind of bring geothermal energy back to the forefront. And I have been a champion of geothermal energy for over 35 years. And the reason I have been a champion is because in the Admissions Act, as well as the owners of the Public Land Trust is the big N, the small n, and the P, the public. And I feel that it's timely that we are going to get engaged in what VICA is going to be making a recommendation to the Hawaii State Legislature to adopt the native to native model. And the native to native model ensures that our cultural perspective, our mana'o, is going to be part of the governance for this new development of geothermal energy, which really is not a new idea, but unfortunately, Hawaii is 35 years behind. And anyway, it's been challenging. We've had community meetings. They have been very positive. I felt the workshop was very informative. And it's quite obvious that our people really want more information, in terms of how the project would be envisioned and so on and so forth. And I agree with them. However, the most important stage that the project is at now is to be able to get the Hawaii State Legislature to adopt the native to native model, which was created by the United Nations. And with the help of Mililani Trask, the former trustee of OHA, who served as the civil rights attorney for the indigenous peoples, of the world. And this whole native to native model is based on the idea that we are entitled through self-determination to be able to participate and be able to control and be able to receive the revenue from our assets. And geothermal energy is definitely a revenue that belongs to our Hawaiian people. And the idea was embraced at the workshop, but it's the details. As trustees, it's the details that matter. And they were asking a lot of questions of us, which we could not answer at that moment, simply because there has been no site selection, because we're not at that phase, there's been surface examinations of possibilities, and of course, resting here in the island of Hawaii, but we have to go through the geoscience phase, which would determine where the resource is actually located. And I'm going to be giving more information at our meeting in Hilo. So that's all. So if you could just please look at it, because it kind of gives the real intellectual mana'o behind, our position as Hawaiians. Thank you very much. Mahalo.
And Malama, this reso is before the Civic Club plenary body.
No, we didn't
Not
put
this
in
year.
a new resolution because we felt that being that the resolution was adopted and it has taken us all this time from 2011 to where we now at 2025 to just get to this step. But just to inform you that the concept and the idea was embraced. However, they're asking for more details and in specific site identification as to where, because we're talking about a commercial plant actually being constructed between 50 to 100 megawatts, which could easily take care of the island of Hawaii for our energy requirements. Thank you.
Trustees, any discussion or any question for our former trustee and former state senator?
Hey, don't
Is
make
there-
it too hard, huh?
No, no.
Okay,
Is
all
there any existing structure that would be easy to modify? Any existing?
Well, ORMAT is which we do have that, in
Mm.
Puna.
Yeah,
And ORMAT, because of the genesis of ORMAT as how it came to be, because it was really done with the Lyman estate, with Papa Lyman's ʻāina, because they had a resource. And because of the private situation, private business, they weren't required to go through the rigorous community hearings and so on and so forth, which has caused a lot of pilikia because the company has not kept up with the latest technology. And as a result, we've had problems in Puna. As a matter of fact, a few years, and I'm pretty sure our chairman can attest, we actually had an explosion, and Puna, Puna is a community that is highly impacted, and they feel that they are not given enough say. So in the native to native model, whoever the host communities are, whatever the site is going to be chosen, they have a big say. And I'm telling you, a say in terms of governance as to how, the resource is to be managed. And this is really critical for us, because it sets a precedent for the future as to how we're going to, progress on our renewables. And I don't have to tell you, geothermal energy, this island alone has a capacity of 1,500 megawatts, could easily take care of us in Maui, and maybe more. So, it's a matter of, it's been a long road. It's been a long journey, for this project. But to me, it's worthwhile our continuing our fight and to be sure that, our presence is known and to be sure to inform the state of Hawaii that we want to be treated as equal partners. Bottom line. That's the bottom line. And that's what the native to native model will give us that opportunity to be able to step forward.
And trustees, that as I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't know, but why the geothermal issue is so important is from a revenue perspective. OHA gets 20% of all geothermal revenues, royalties on public trust land, which ORMAT is on. So we get 20% through DLNR.
Absolutely.
That gets paid to OHA for geothermal royalties. I don't know if we would.
ORMAT. Yeah, but ORMAT is obligated to pay it because the royalties is both public and private
Sure,
land.
yes, the minerals, yes.
Yeah, because it's a mineral.
Right.
It's the minerals. It's a question of the minerals.
Right.
Now, DHHL, on the other hand,
Right.
and I was instrumental in helping with that legislation, is DHHL actually owns their mineral rights under their ʻāina. Yeah. So if any kind of geothermal energy resource is discovered, DHHL automatically would take the lead in terms of how they're going to pursue and how they're going to develop, and where they're going to go with the development of geothermal on their ʻāina. So that was discussed too at the workshop. There seemed to be a lot of confusion, because I guess Department of Hawaiian Homelands has already gone out to the communities to get support. But my mana'o is that it's too premature. Because first you got to do the geosciences, you actually got to dig the puka, right? To get the core down there to see if the reservoir can sustain the energy requirement that we're looking at when you build out a commercial plant. So that's the next phase.
And trustees, Malama and Solomon and the team will be presenting to the board next Thursday
in detail
at the UH College of Hawaiian Language.
Correct.
As one of two presentations that you received.
Part of the report, the whole report that's going to be submitted to DBED is 600 pages. Yeah, so we're doing an executive summary.
Okay.
Yeah, in front of you, for what is required.
Mahalo.
Okay, no, mahalo nui.
Next
that
day,
was a long wait, but thank you. Oh, and I was going to tell you when you go to Pohakuloa, because when I went, I got to fire the latest rifle. So go, yeah. When I went. It was so funny because hey, Senator, you want to file the? I go, yeah, I do. I really want to know what that's like, And then
did they go pick up the Opala? Whatever came out of the rifle, did they go pick up the Opala?
Yeah, and I told him that. I said, but anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, you have challenges, Yeah.
Our next speaker is Kamaka Gunderson.
Kamaka, welcome to OHA.
Hello. My concern stemmed from the discussion that was facilitated by Trustee Galataria today regarding advocacy. And what I'd like to express is what is in place regarding advocacy for OHA within our Hawaiian community and outside of our Hawaiian community? And then what pillars have we established and how do we help you to inform everyone else? Because we found that when the TMT thing was going on, that it was necessary for us to speak to the people that did not think the way we thought as well, or did not have quite a bit of the information. And so how does this old lady help this big group?
I'm gonna defer to our beneficiary advocacy and empowerment chair.
And if our vice chair wants to add, I think at this particular point, we're in a process of, we're evolving into a very pro-advocacy perspective. The first thing is obviously the registry for starters. And then as we move forward into legislation, we'll be able to inform the constituency about how they can support the specific legislation that we're going to be advancing. And so that was a part of our report today, that it's a work in progress, but I think we're not that far because number one is it's going to be the session's coming up, right? Sure. And so we'll have our package done in a couple of weeks. And then there's the election coming up. Okay. So we're going to want to mobilize our constituents towards action, voting action, that sort of thing. So, but we'll let you know. So I guess the 2 words will be stay tuned.
Oh, okay.
And we'll come out with a plan sooner than later.
Okay, so if I give you my number, my email, my ID, real ID, everything, and because we are here and we're ready to advocate to the advocators.
So that's exactly what we wanted to hear today.
Okay, thank you.
We appreciate it.
Vice Chair Akaka.
Mahalo, Auntie Trudy. Some things to touch on in continuance to the conversation in that other space is there's always ways in which we can activate our people. What it was mentioned was when we have this state open legislative session coming up in January through about April, May-ish time each year. That's where we have the legislative package, and then there's bills that come up whether they have OHA's name or not. However, when it comes to our crown and government lands of our Hawaiian kingdom, also known as the ceded lands of the public land trust, that is where we could use your kokua, whether it's oral testimony in person or oral testimony virtually. Now we have that capability that is allowed through the state legislature with the hearings and so forth. The other method is written testimony. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to the testimony, that there's various ways in which you can contribute in the hearings and also reaching out to your area legislators, the reps and the senators of the area, and reaching out to them to make your point in terms of what the advocacy means to you and why it's so important to support the Office of Hawaiian Affairs as the Office of Hawaiian Affairs supports our people.
Because we were talking earlier, I was talking with Trustee here, and sometimes we have people that live in Hawaii who have not a clue. Clueless would be a good adjective. And for those of us who know how to read those people and who have been working with people who may not speak the same language laterally or, either way, we're here just to let you know.
And mahalo for taking charge in terms of kakoing with this advocacy, because really when it comes to the legislature, we have new legislators, we have legislators that have been there for a number of years, and a lot of it is education and sharing the information, the correct information, so that they're able to come to the decisions that they're faced with, as well as equipping our
Oiwi Kanaka and those that
Aye.
have aloha for
Aloha.
our people
Mhm,
to be able to empower their district legislators
mhm.
with the ability to represent them as they would
Yeah.
like them to.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we're out there.
Thank you.
So just thank you.
Hey, trustees, apologize. I was reminded that since these topics are not agendized, that we typically, I think we're a little out of our element being here, but we normally don't do Q&A and discussion. So a testifier comes up, they share their 5 minutes of manao, and that's it. Not your fault, our fault. But we are here for the next 3 to 4 days. We're participating fully in every aspect of this convention, and we can have these side conversations after. So we have, yes, we have 3 more people. Who's next?
I have one more thing to add to in terms of how they can be involved. So one other point to touch on too, we have these meetings normally at our board meeting, and according to our bylaws, we have it where we have these meetings on the various inhabited Hawaiian islands. So that is the opportunity for us to stay on the pulse and have our people be able to come and share their concerns or celebrations and testify on these various items. So that is another option, whether it's virtual testimony or in person. And as the legislative session continues, we in the past have had weekly beneficiary advocacy and empowerment meetings. More recently, we're having more biweekly meetings, and we have the matrices on the various topic items in the bill. So if it's not on our radar, please let us know.
Thank you.
If it is on our radar and you want to testify in support or not, please let us know.
Okay, mahalo. Ehua.
Our next speaker is Mahealani Cipher.
Mahealani? I know she was here earlier. Maybe she'll come back. Next. Okay, no problem. Next testifier.
Our next speaker is Kale Kailikini.
Kale. Aloha. Welcome.
Aloha, this is the first time I'm testifying, but anyway, my name is, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, my name is Kale Kailikini. I was born and bred on the island of Molokai, but I live on Hawaii Island, Hilo, Waikea. So my concern, I have 2 main concerns. Number one, I'm going to cover number one. It's health and wellness for our Kanaka Maoli. Now, I've been studying naturopathic healing since 2001. There was a personal reason, but I continued. So I have quite a bit of knowledge on healing natural remedies. It is very possible. So because of that journey, I started to look and see and understand that many of our Kanaka Maoli people are not healthy. They are succumbing to things like diabetes, cancer, I mean, all of these kinds of things. They all can be healed, okay? So I think what I'm hoping to see from the Office of Hawaiian Affairs is to really get into these kinds of areas. Number one, if you are sick, why are you sick? So I'm going to tell you why. We take in a lot of toxins, poisons. How do we do that? Well, we breathe, we drink, we eat, okay? So toxins come from geothermal can do it, okay? Geothermal can do it. Pohakuloa can do it. If they're doing weaponry over there, there's a lot of uranium. So we study all that kind of stuff. It's very important because when you get sick, you don't know why. In naturopathic healing, you find nana ike kumu. You go to the source, and when you find that source, you'll get healed. So I really love the Chinese traditional healing. They have electrical healing because our bodies are totally electrical, and that's called acupuncture. So I really, really recommend that you do that. So I want the Office of Hawaiian Affairs to kind of go into the into the areas of what is causing our illness. Okay, it's being poisoned. The foods we eat, packaged foods, preservatives. When you wash your clothes, I mean, it's all those things, but it can be changed. It can be, and that's what we are here for in terms of naturopathic healing. And one of the things that I get concerned about pohakuloa is that I get concerned about geothermal. I'm not saying I'm against geothermal. I'm saying it's got to be safe. If it isn't safe, money ain't worth it. I much rather have an alive Kanaka Maoli than a rich Kanaka Maoli. Okay? Okay. So now, the other thing that's concerning to me is food supply. Food supply. I belong to the HFUU, Hawaii Farmers United Union. I just had a convention here in Kona. And Sharon heard from the Department of Ag. She came and talked and she said, in Hawaii, we lost 17% of the farmers. Very scary. Nationwide, they lost 26 to 30% of farmers. Why is that? Because the multi-billionaires, corporations are buying up the farms. One reason. Second reason, they're getting rid of all the migrants. And because the migrants are the only ones that are willing to work in the fields and they're sending them back home. I'm not saying I'm against that. I mean, legal is legal, illegal is illegal, but I'm saying these are the trends and the causes of farming, that we're losing the farming. And we're finding out that the trend also is in the European countries, the foreign countries, they're deciding not to export their food because they're losing farmers. The United States is losing farmers. Hawaii is losing farmers. Keep the food at home in Europe. Therefore, Sharon was trying to talk to us Hawaii Island farmers and say, can you double your production? We would depend on you. So they created a program for that, a carrot. But the severity is we have to support the Hawaii farmers with our 200%. Molokai are farmers. They're akamai. Hawaii Island, this is the best place, guys. The ranchers and the small farmers and the large farmers, but mainly we have a lot of small farmers and they're very akamai. And so I'm going to give you an example of how akamai. This farmer who's from the United States, he farms, I can't pronounce it, but it's a microbial, bokashi or something like that. Anyway, that is the solution for the wastewater management. Cheap. The microorganisms that he plants on his yard, call that name. You put it in your toilet, you flush it, and it eats up all the crud. You can make big and throw it in the wastewater plant. Do they want to listen to us? No. So I'm coming to the Office of Hawaiian Affairs because we testify before the county council.
Mahalo.
Hawaii County Council, you're looking at her. Because we are about food. And you know what? I don't give a darn, but except for my relatives on Oahu. I'm sorry. My relatives on Oahu come first. When Honolulu doesn't have food in the stores, they're going to have to call Molokai. They're going to have to call Hawaii Island.
Mahalo. Thank you.
Yeah. Is
Thank
it 5
you so
minutes
much.
over?
Yes, 5 minutes over.
Okay.
Yep. 5
Thank
minutes.
you so
Go by
much.
fast, yeah. Thank
Health and food.
you. Thank you so much. Mahalo. A matter of fact, Kuike, can you raise your hand? Sir, Director of OEV Wellbeing. And please take the opportunity. He'll be here for the entire convention as well. Please sit down with Kuike, and he can work with you on some of those initiatives that I think fit nicely into OEV Wellbeing. Okay, Mr. John McBride from Hilo, Keauhou. You are recognized. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. I was hoping that you would talk about the collaboration that was going on after me, not before. But anyway, John McBride, third generation, Keauhou. You know, the name McBride no sound Hawaiian. Yeah. And I fooled a lot of people, my employers, everybody. They see McBride and they look outside and they see on Hawaiian guy, they're not sure if it's McBride. But some things in life you cannot choose. Your parents are one of them. Yeah. You just get them. And my parents, my mom is pure Hawaiian, my dad is Scottish English. So I am. And I swing with the pendulum. When it's a Hawaiian issue, I'm there. Hawaiian issue, I'm there. I can swing any way you like. So this is what I want to tell you. Mauna Kea Mountain is one tall mountain. I worked on top of that mountain for 13 years. I'm a mechanic welder up there. I can tell you just about anything that goes on that mountain. I know what's going on with the telescopes, and there's many trails up that mountain. You're going to be one of my trails that I'm trying to present because that mountain is on tall mountain, and I climb it on tall mountain. And this is the mountain. As a beneficiary, I only get two places to look at when I have a problem with beneficiary or Hawaiian home problems. I can either go to the Hawaiian homes, which would be the right place to go, or the other places go, if they're not paying attention to me, I gotta go to the legislature. Okay? Because I gotta go to my representatives. That's the two way I can solve my problems. But I put in you guys in the mix because I'm making you guys the third place I gotta go. And the reason why I asked, this is, I gotta ask a question. I don't know if I'm going to answer. How much influence does OHA have on the legislation? Now, I heard you talking, and I'm glad you said something because you answered part of the question. My question is, we have problems with beneficiaries. I mean, everybody knows that. A lot of the issues that are talked about on the commission, we're talking about 10-year-old problems. We're not even talking about today's problem. They're trying to solve 10-year problems before. 30-something people on the waiting list. And that's not even the big problem yet. We have the people on the land that have problems. One of the biggest things we have is the legislature, Brother Galataris, yeah? I can ask you, and you can think in your mind on this question, how many of these legislatures know about the Hawaiian Homes Act? Or maybe one. Maybe one. I give Samantha the quote, a lot of quote with that. And if you folks can have some kind of what you can call it, influence on trying to get some kind of orientation when a new legislature person comes in, that they can be orientated on the on the Hawaiian Homes Act, because many times they're making laws and rules. They're working against us, and they never know they do. They pass the law, and too late. Now we got to go. We're reacting. We're not acting. Protest is no move needles. Tell me something. Hawaiians been protesting all their life. I never see the needle move yet. The needle no move. We stay at the same place from 1959 until now. We're not moving the needle. So how can we get our legislature to pay attention to these laws so that when something comes up and they know the law, they can go, oh, you know what, Governor, I'm sorry. We cannot do that because the Hawaiian Homes Act says this. I went to one of our legislature and I said, you know what, you guys breaking the law. She said, which one? We don't break laws. I thought, how many you get? She told me, give me one. I willing to tell you guys the one, but I'm not going to tell you guys in front of everybody because this is going to open up one can of worms, okay? But I willing to talk to you guys individually about that. They're breaking the law. And when I told her, she said, oh, I never know. I never know is not one good answer for me. You in legislature, that's your job, make laws, study them. Make sure you know what you're doing. So when you pass them, you know that you're not rubbing the Native Hawaiians wrong. That's their fiduciary responsibility. Think of anything else the governor gets as on fiduciary responsibility. Nothing but Hawaiian homes. Not the education, not health, nothing is on fiduciary responsibility to him. But the Hawaiian homes is. It's in the Constitution Act. If he cannot obey that, then what? If you folks have some kind of influence on that. I talked to one of the sisters back here, and she said, maybe one good idea is maybe have the AG inside a committee meeting so that when they're deciding in a committee meetings, they can make an objection and say, hey, you know what? That's going against the act. Because by the time it gets to the floor and voted on, we're in the Nelson case. We gotta go sue somebody for turn them around. You know how hard it is for turn one law that's wrong? Hard. Hawaiians, and forgive me, but our people as Hawaiians hate government. And you know why? Because they don't trust them. They never trust them from the beginning. And so we lost them. I hate to say, I'm going to close up in about 1 minute. We lost them in our leprosy. We lost them in our overthrow the government. And we're losing them now in Hawaiian homes. If you guys can do something, please help us. Aloha.
Thank you, Mr. McBride. Thank you. Okay, we have one last testifier. So the chair would like to now recognize the mayor of Miloli'i, Willie Kaupico.
You heard that guy? He was a politician, man. What's going on? Anyway, I'm Willie Kaupico. I just wanted to, we've been working on this issue for quite a while, yeah? But I'm really serious about this thing right now, guys. So I hope OHA get down and, try make a law, try to control our Kuleana rights. I've been fighting these for over 30 years. I'm thankful to Earth Justice representing me. No matter what we got, what we did, the state still don't listen. Just like what Wara said. It's money. Somebody giving money, the pet shop. But anyway, what I want is maintain you guys take control of this kind of issue. It's very important for us as Kanaka Maoli and for our children.
Just so our trustees understand the issue you're referring to.
It's tropical fishing.
Correct.
Okay.
Aquarium collection.
That's what I'm here. I'm fighting this thing, and I went to Honolulu last week, and with all the people came there and everything, they still voted. So they're gonna have, my attorney said they're gonna have the hearing next January over here because they want Hawaii to have this thing, not other islands on a big island. And already it's all damaged. You know what I mean? That when they did it in the past, they wiped the place out. So I don't like this. I pushed this so hard, so many times. I just like OHA take a serious matter into this thing that we have to make a law. This is our Kuleana rights, the ocean. It's our Kuleana. So you guys I can trust the state. I don't know what they're thinking. They know they don't have the manpower, the management, and everything. And knowing the ocean is not supplying, Greg Esmond, the biologist, is giving all the report and still doesn't matter. And then when they went vote for these, I couldn't even believe. I bought buffalo in the family down there. And they all respected him. But still, yeah. What I'm trying to say, OHA, please take this thing seriously, and we gotta make a law later on that we cannot have tropical fishing in our waters. Because the ocean is our ice box, our garden. We got a malama, right? We was taught that. Okay, Kai? Mahalo, you guys. Aloha.
Willie, I know there's a aquarium collection reso that has been introduced, that it will be, I'm sure, discussed and debated on the Civic Convention committees and floor, and for consideration, maybe that'll be something that we end up
that's what
adopting.
I know you sent something. I never hear them talk about it. Yeah.
I think tomorrow will be the heavy
one in
lifting
Honolulu.
committee work day.
Did you send? Well, can you bring this up to this?
Yeah.
I want to help the Civic. I want our owners to know what's really going on. You know what I mean, with the state. I don't know what's going on.
Just take Kaka real quick.
Mahalo. From an advocacy standpoint, this is something that we just discussed within the last week in terms of what advocacy can look like from the Beneficiary Advocacy Empowerment Committee side. I also want to share with you that OHA has been active in terms of advocating to not support the reef fish gathering, and that we did provide testimony within the last year or two. So we are keeping an eye on that, and it is on our radar.
Yes.
So I want you to know that.
Yeah, well, that's what I understand. I've talked to him all the time. He's talking to our attorney, and then he's been helped. So,
and also with the state legislature as well, constantly advocating when it comes to our Native Hawaiian custom tradition and customary rights, in terms of knowing that the ocean is our icebox, and that we need to follow the example of our kupuna and how we maintain that system properly.
Yes, that's all I'm saying. We don't want that.
Thanks, Uncle Willie. Hey, Uncle Willie, before we move on on a different subject. I would be remiss, and I'm sure I can speak for our trustees. You know, no parent should ever lose a child, and we want to give you our most sincere aloha for the passing of your son, Mahina, and we want to just know that we send our sincere and heartfelt condolences and to the Kopiko Ohana in Middle-i and to Mahina and Mel and his kids. And I know Trustee Galataria had an opportunity to go to a special ceremony last week that welcomed Mel into the
Association of Hawaiian Civic, Association of Hawaiian Evangelical Churches. We advanced her into the Keauhou level
Oh,
for the church.
okay.
No one on me believe.
So she's gonna be the cow next?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, just mean to Akua first.
Thank you, Uncle Willie.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Other testifiers? Before we adjourn, trustees, any announcements? You know, the chair has one announcement just for our community and our beneficiaries. And this is a rapidly evolving situation, but this board of trustees on Monday convened in an emergency meeting, which was really unprecedented. The last time this board had done so was immediately after the Lahaina wildfires. And we did so because of the impending inability for many of our beneficiaries to receive their SNAP Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program and funding at the end of this week, as well as many Native Hawaiian Kanaka that are part of the federal government's civilian employee system that have been furloughed or have not gotten paid since the 29th of October. So this board of trustees approved $6.1 million. We authorized the administration to bring back to this board next week, Thursday in Hilo, the execution of that financial stimulus disbursement. And it has resulted in a major deluge of our beneficiaries that are visiting OHA and our offices to register with our Hawaiian registry program, which is a requirement for financial assistance, and prepare for whatever decision the board makes next Thursday. So we have stood up a email inbox called kokua@oha.org. We are also directing our beneficiaries to oha.org and our Hawaiian registry program, where you can actually get your Hawaiian registry card electronically on your phone. You can apply online. You can upload your documents by taking a picture of your eligibility document, whether it's your birth certificate or whatever it is, and you can get registered in OHA's Hawaiian registry program. And we look to make a decision next Thursday and move very, very quickly on the disbursement of millions of dollars in financial aid and food assistance for our lahui and those that are desperately in need and are not sure what that's going to look like for them after October 31st when SNAP benefits will end. So that is the announcement. Kokua@oha.org if you need kokua. And we are here to help. Trustees, any more announcements?
Yeah, Chair.
Chair Galatera.
Oh,
You're talking about only, oh, excuse me, are you talking only about for food?
For food.
That's all.
Yeah. Trustee Galatera.
well, Kenny, were you gonna say something?
We did. Yeah.
Well, to end on a bit of a high note, and this could qualify as celebrations too. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Trustee Hulu Lindsay on a very successful falsetto contest, the Hulu Lindsay Leo Ki'i falsetto contest. It was very successful. And how many years now? How many years? 4 years running. Congratulations to you. Yeah. Okay, Mahalo.
Trustees, any other announcements? If not, we want to thank all of you that have come out and taken part of this first time ever meeting of the Board of Trustees and our standing committees at the Civic Club Convention. We hope that this is a new standard and by the, looks of those that have participated, I think this was a very, very worthwhile effort on behalf of OHA and all of you. So mahalo for coming. And next week, like I mentioned, we will be here in Hilo. If you want to join us at Keauhou High School next week, Monday night at 6 o'clock. Kano o ʻāina next week, Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. And Kahakaula o Keauhou in Hilo, the College of Hawaiian Language, also at 6 o'clock on Wednesday night. And then on Thursday, the Board of Trustees will convene at 9 a.m. also at Hale Olelo. So please join us for that. And we'll have a lot of discussion there as well. Can I get a motion to adjourn? Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Ahuna. Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina is excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galutaria. Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Souza. Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Kahele.
Aye,
You have 8 yes votes.
we adjourn. Mahalo.